My name's Kristen Campbell. I'm from Brandon, Manitoba, and I play for PWHL Toronto and the Canadian national women's hockey team. Yeah, what drew me to the sport of hockey and deciding to become a goaltender was my older brother, Kyle. He always threw me in net for street hockey growing up, and he always played hockey, and I mean, he was my big brother, and I always wanted to do exactly what he did, so he helped me fall in love with the sport, and he always shot on me, and he is the reason I became a goaltender. I mean, growing up, playing hockey in Brandon, I moved at the age of 15 to Winnipeg to play prep hockey, and I mean, I went to my dream school, the University of North Dakota, committed there, and the program unfortunately got cut, but I went on to play at the University of Wisconsin, and although it was such a sad time to lose my program, we were able to win a national championship with Wisconsin in 2019, and then when I graduated in 2020, probably moving to Calgary was like the best decision of my life during COVID. It wasn't shortly after that I made my first national team, and then yeah, going to the Olympics in 2022 was a big highlight, but I think that the one that stands out the most is being part of the inaugural season this past year with the PWHL. It's just hard to put into words what it felt like to play in the league, the first ever time for women's hockey to be on that stage, and I think that moving forward, the game is just, the future is so bright for women's hockey, and it's just really special to be a part of it. We're living in the time of women's hockey at its peak right now. Playing professional hockey now, it's just a dream come true, and to have all these little girls who come out to our games who can now see what I could never see when I was that age. I always went to NHL games or WHL games, and like I never thought that I could have a career in hockey. My goal was always to play in the Olympics and to win gold for Canada, but never to be a professional hockey player. But I think just to continue to keep changing the game for all the women that will follow us, and I mean, I just want to go as high as I can in this sport, and my goal has always been to win Olympic gold in net for Team Canada, and I have my sights set on Italy in 2026, and yeah, just doing everything I can each day to keep growing myself on the ice and off the ice as both a person and a goaltender. The biggest piece of advice I would give to athletes aspiring to reach this level is to just have fun with what you're doing. I think that for me, it never felt like work. Like I always enjoyed the grind, I guess you could say. Like I always loved showing up and seeing how great I can get, and like I just fell in love with the process of it all. And I think that that's the biggest thing. If you don't love what you're doing, you're never gonna be able to reach the highest level of it. Just loving what you do and working hard. And I think that now that I've gotten to the highest level of women's hockey possible, I think that yeah, it's just, it comes back to like, I always think about now like myself as a little girl, and like I had these yellow pads when I first started playing hockey, and like this past year I was always kind of thinking about that little girl, and like I wished at some points like she would have enjoyed the process a little bit more. She was so intense and focused and always wanted to keep climbing higher, like I said, but I think that when you can just step back and kind of appreciate in the moment all the good moments, and also really lean into the moments that aren't so good, because eventually you're going to realize that those moments that weren't so good were the ones that brought you that success, and they were the most important. So running my own goalie camp has been amazing. We just had our 3rd annual camp this past July, and growing up, I never had any strong female role models that were goaltenders to look up to in my area of Brandon, Manitoba. I always went to goalie camps that were full of boys, and I would be the only girl out of 30 people, and it was just like, to have a camp now that has 40 female goaltenders from across Canada, ages 8 to 19, like being there, I just look around and I'm like, wow, like this is something that my little self would have like dreamt of in her wildest dreams, to be at a camp like this. And we were able to have, I think, about 4 other PWHL goaltenders coaching. It's just so rewarding. At the end of the week, you have all these little girls coming up to you and saying like how much they learned and how inspired they are and how they want to play in the PWHL one day. And you could see the fire in these girls' games and like their eyes this year because of the league. I think that now they just have so much more to chase, and I want to help that next generation, and I want to be a part of their success and give them the tools to succeed and share my experiences with them. So it's just been more than I could have ever imagined. I love hydrating. I stay overhydrated. I'm known for my hydration on the team. You could call me the hydration queen. Some people have said that. I am a heavy sweater, and then being a goalie and being in all that gear, definitely hydration is key. So that's a big part of my plan from the time I wake up to the time the puck drops. I'm making sure I'm hydrated, and even days in advance, making sure you're getting in all those electrolytes and the protein to recover afterwards. I've been drinking BioSteel honestly like since it came out. I remember it's been years and years of hydrating with BioSteel, and yeah, I love using the electrolyte powders during workouts, during games, and then the protein powders are always essential after any workout, game, or practice. And then I've been adding in now the beet powder, the sport greens, and creatine, and pretty much everything BioSteel has to offer, but I've been using it my whole career.